Okay, I guess we can call this meeting to order. It is 6:01 on Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. Business items. The commission will hold a public hearing for a special use permit, financial service, personal loan, Zone C1, local retail located at 2810 Hillcrest Drive. Lot 20 for the request of Cody Cliff Company. And there's supposed to be a presentation for the special use permits pertaining to Cody Cliff Company.
Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Okay. Good evening, Chair, Commissioners. My name is Nick Ibargüe. If I haven't met you yet, if I've seen you before, it's great to see you all again. The Community Development Department received a special use permit request that I'm going to briefly cover here, and then I'll pass it along over to Mr. Felix over here as he's on a kind of a time crunch here, and then I will take questions afterwards and field any concerns that we might have. Next, please. So the property and location, this will be 2810 Hillcrest Drive. I believe the property ID was already addressed, but it's 358200 according to BCAD. There is a legal description, and this is a C1 zoned local retail. There we can see it shown on BCAD, the full parcel, how it's encompassed right next to Mr. E's Electronics. And then I want to say it's Take 5, but one of the oil change places just to the southwest of it. Next slide, please. So current zoning within the area along Hillcrest Drive and the residential neighborhoods, this would include R1, single family residence, R4, multifamily residence, low rise. That would be the Gobi apartment specifically. O1 low rise office would be the Hillcrest district just to the north. And then the C1 local retail, which would include the gas station and those few adjacent properties there. The black arrow there can be seen as the Cody Cliffs property on 2810 Hillcrest. Next, please. The zoning request that we received was for a special use permit. The proposed use is financial services, personal loan, as defined in our ordinances under section 153.11. Currently, the property is vacant. There is no current active use. It has been not remodeled, but well kept over the past few months from what we can tell as a department. It doesn't look like a dilapidated building by any sense, but it is vacant currently. Property will retain C1 zoning throughout the special use permit. I've gone ahead and attached the use matrix there below where you can see that this would require a special use for financial services personal loan for this request. Next slide, please. I'm not going to give a recommendation. I'm just going to bring up concerns that us as a staff and community development have. This proposed use does not align with the City Plan 2040 and kind of what we're trying to aiming to do within this district in the city. And I've referenced a few pages for us to kind of go back to at a later time, but citizen survey cited a need for local retail restaurants in the area, specifically along the Hillcrest corridor. Retail trade with no outdoor displays or sales of food and service establishments. These are permitted uses without a special use permit required. So these are businesses that can freely go in and start business as of tomorrow if they were to go through the proper channels. City Plan 2040 also highlights the vision for Hillcrest District being a pedestrian-oriented retail, including residential with sidewalks. So the financial services personal loan here does not fall into the desire of the city plan. This is, kind of concluding the short presentation here. Like I said, I want to pass it off to Felix and let's go to here. Cody's going to be here. They're both going to be presenting here for Cody Cliff Company and the special use permit. And then I would be more than happy to take any questions afterwards. That way they can get on their time constraint here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir? Yes. Come right ahead.
My name is Felix Arambula III. I am here on behalf of Cody Cliff Company, DBA Central Finance, seeking a approval for a special use permit for the location 2801 Hillcrest Drive here in Balcones Heights. Certainly, we look forward to answering any questions the commission may have after the presentation, but certainly we think that the ability to allow Central Finance to grant its permit will certainly help the city as it looks to increase business and allow opportunities for its residents, both here in Balcones Heights and of course, here in San Antonio greater area. So if we go to the next slide, please. All right, a little bit about CF. It's a family business. It's been over 30 years here in the greater San Antonio Metrocom. It's a personal loan business as stated by staff. We are only open Mondays through Fridays from 9 to 6. And then, of course, on the weekends from 9 to 1. We allow access to credit for individuals and small businesses who normally do not qualify for loans. Our typical loan term is typically 4 to 12 months. A little bit different, certainly, than some other aspects. And I think in all candor, we were here back in 2022, and there were some issues with regard to CF being associated with payday loans. And so in the next couple of slides, we're going to distinguish that. For the last 4 years within the area, we've helped 5,000 people, and we are a second chance creditor. So who certainly deserves not a second chance, right? So everybody does deserve that. So CF provides that opportunity. If approved for the special use permit, we certainly intend to have our corporate headquarters here and of course the loan office. So we intend to bring people here. As this last slide shows, we were approved back in 2022 by the Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously at that point. And so at that point, there was no impact on the community by moving the locations. I know staff had mentioned a plan 2040, so we're some few years away from that. But the last notice is not approved in 2020 by City Council because of the concerns of a payday operation. And so certainly we'd like to discuss and distinguish ourselves from that aspect. We are certainly not a payday operation. If we can go to the next slide. And we're not a pawn shop. We're not a title loan. We don't garnish wages from those applicants that get a loan from us. And we're not a payday loan at all. Next slide, please. So when you look at this slide in this presentation, we allow for a signature loan under Chapter 34-2F. And the positive about that, it certainly helps rebuild a person's credit. The APR rates are much lower than any payday lending operation. We require no collateral. Whereas on the other side, if you look at the slide from the payday loan, does not affect the credit score, only affects if unpaid. There's no benefit for on-time payments and extremely high APR rates. And here's another little chart that certainly shows the differences. Under CF and what it provides, it's an installment loan repaid over time. It's fixed monthly payments. The loan is from 4 to 12. On the other side of the fence is a payday loan. I'm sorry. Certainly, the disadvantage is single payment loan, balloon payment, full repayment on next payday, and typically 7 to 30 days. So certainly, you can see the opportunities that we provide for an individual looking for some help. And so we provide that, and we provided it for over 5,000 people. And we're certainly looking forward to continue that trend here in Balcones Heights. Next slide, please. And so when we look here, it's a state regulated under Chapter 342F, clear disclosures, licensing, unlike the payday aspect of the loophole. They have a loophole under Chapter 342. Fewer safeguards, protecting citizens here in Balcones Heights. And so we are not that. I want to make that clear to the commission. And when we go to City Council, we're certainly going to discuss that as well too. We provide a lower structured loan to be repaid, whereas on the payday side, it's high rollers and repeat borrowing is common. And why are we better? Certainly that side explains it all. Affordable repayment opportunities, predictable payments over time. There's no surprises with the loans that my client would provide. Clear loan terms, lower cost, consumer protections. I'm sure there are some concerns about, well, if we let our citizens go to this business, how can we make sure they're going to be protected? And that's what Chapter 342F allows for versus a payday, which is, if you look at that side, is clearly predatory with the information that they have to go through. And we are not that. We want to make that clear because I know looking at the council meeting back in 2022, majority of the council was concerned about that. We, at that point, were unable to distinguish at that time during our presentation between us and the paydays, and we're not. We are not that. Next slide, please. And certainly, thank you for your consideration. We look forward to providing credit services and second chances for those living here in Balcones Heights and, of course, here in the greater San Antonio Metrocom. And I stand for questions if you have any, commissioners.
You're currently where right now?
I'm sorry, Commission. I'll bring up Mr. Cody.
Okay.
He's my client.
Hi.
Cody Black, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah, 4400 Fredericksburg Road, Suite 120, and we've been there for as long as I can remember.
Good.
A lot of years. Yeah, it's about a mile down the road from where I purchased this building right here off of Hillcrest. And the shopping center where Peter Piper Pizza and Planet Fitness, all that other stuff.
Good. Anybody have any questions?
You, to where you're located, it's next to the Peter Piper Pizza place?
Yes, ma'am. It's in that plaza right there. You got it.
It's like a strip center.
Exactly right. You got it. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and any questions I'd love to answer, just let me know.
You have time to ask further questions and discussion
Yes,
Okay.
we sure do.
after the public hearing.
That's gonna be here in a little bit.
Okay.
But I believe we had other comments. Thank you, gentlemen. I think that's it for right now.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's the public.
I'm more than happy to answer any questions that we currently have for my end. As far as, community development and where we stand. I believe we have one letter submitted as opposed to this.
Okay. I think we have to close the public hearing first. We'll close the public hearing at this time at 6:14. The commission will consider and take action on the SUP request submitted by Cody Cliff Company and the property located at 2810 Hillcrest Drive. You said you had one of the forms returned from a resident or a?
Yes, sir. And this would be, do we say resident? Okay, I just don't know if we give that out. So property owner Tracy Ebersol, 2818 Hillcrest Drive, is opposed to this change.
Okay. That was it. Okay. Anybody on the commission have any questions or concerns or? Okay,
Can I have my questions answered, or do we need to have a motion in a second before we have discussion?
I believe, I don't know, do we have to have a motion and discussion?
We usually.
motion?
But whatever you say, you're the chair.
Well,
I just have
I'm-
some questions.
okay, go right ahead.
Okay, and comments. Okay, thank you so much. Can you gentlemen come back up, please? Thank you, Nick. So, yeah, I was the mayor at the time that y'all came and very much supported this. And I support it again because I think it doesn't make any sense not to, for one thing. You've been around a long time. You have assured us you're not a payday loan. And sounds like you have a good reputation in the community. Helping a lot of people get that second chance. I think that's very important. And I've known that business ever since I've lived here. It used to be a veterinarian office, then it was cleaners, and now it was vacant for such a long time. So I think y'all would be a very good resident there or have a business there. The 2040 plan, that doesn't concern me so much because in 15 years, there's not going to be a lot of change on Hillcrest Drive. We would, this is our dream. We hope that we'd be able to have walkable areas and retail and restaurants and that sort of thing. But personally, I don't think that that's going to happen this soon. And I think it would be a big mistake for this, this commission to overlook your request. And one other thing, what the concern was back in 2022 that I think turned things around too was a payday loan, but it also, one of the council members made a statement that he thought that it was bumping into residential areas. But if you look at that area, there's no residential there. It's all commercial. So I think it would be a good thing for our city to have you move over there.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mayor?
Is there anything else? Any other comments?
Can I
questions,
make a
concerns?
comment? Okay, it was, one of my friends told me, it says this company had also perpetuate, having paydays, loans and loan companies in the city perpetuates poverty. So I think it's a bad idea for that reason. And I also think that, it says you're not bumping into residential areas, but the Agobe Apartments are a residential community there within itself. If there any kind of flag of the way this is, I mean, in the Gobi Apartments, I've got a person right now that's going through my trash every day, throwing garbage in my backyard and putting their pants and stuff like that in my mailbox. What's happened before the Gobi Apartments, I've had crack houses, drug dealers, and prostitution people living there. I don't think that this type of business is good. I was going to put in a massage. I've had people ask me for massage companies to put in, tattoo businesses to put in since I've been leasing my building out, but I won't do something like that. And I don't think this is a good idea. I just want you to know that that's my opinion.
And I apologize. You said that where you currently live has the examples that you gave. What is that concern with what I do?
Huh?
How does that concern with what we're doing? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the
Property, the 2818. Oh, Chris.
Right, but I just want to know, what are the concerns with the people you brought up to how that affects what I do? Does that, you see what I'm saying?
Like I said, I've heard it perpetuates poverty, and I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think a loan company next door to 2818 Hillcrest is a good idea.
Right, and I do just want to explain that all of my customers are hardworking citizens in San Antonio. So I've never made a loan to the examples that you got brought up, and we don't have people like that walking through our doors. And I really think if you understood the difference of the payday side of things from what we do, I think it may change your mind. And I would invite you in my office whenever you like to kind of come see what we do. But I can understand somebody that's not knowledgeable maybe in that area, how, you know, it can definitely look like a payday loan. Because anytime I try to explain to somebody, say, oh, you're a payday lender. I said, no, very different, you know. But we try to help people within the community that, again, whether they might just be building credit. We help a lot of first-time creditors that can't get approved for anything anywhere, you know, and they come to a place like me and we help them establish that credit. And then the people that, again, hardworking citizens that had fallen into a bad time at one point and had to kind of, you know, put their credit aside, they have a place to come and fix that when really nobody else will help them, because it's hard if you shoot your credit. I mean, there's not a lot.
I'm not really interested in going down the sympathy road. I mean, if the question is, do we want to approve this or not? Well,
Okay.
So I'm not looking for a charitable like contribution or how many people you're helping. I just don't think it's a good idea. And so we're not going to agree on this.
I respect-
Let's just respect that.
Well,
I respect that, yeah.
let's just make one thing clear, Commissioner. We are not a payday loan company. And I think you started out by saying, I'm concerned about payday. And we're not that, just to be clear. Okay? And so I encourage you, maybe after this meeting, maybe take a look at the slides again to understand the difference between us and the payday loan. But certainly we understand your position.
Mr. Chair, may I respond to Mr. Ebersol real quickly?
Yes.
I understand your concern, Mr. Ebersol, and I agree that payday loans do perpetuate poverty. But the loan company, with what we've heard, what we've experienced, the track record that they've had, I don't think that that is the issue that we should be concerning with. It's about letting them move to a better location.
Thank you, Commission.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
folks.
Appreciate it. Do I have a motion to approve the special use permits?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
Do I have a motion to deny the special use permits?
I make a motion to deny this special permit.
Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Well, I've never been in this situation before. I think I have to vote now?
Yeah, you gotta vote.
Okay. In the motion to approve, I approve. I vote to approve.
Okay.
Motion carries as approved for the use of the special use permit. Next, we have citizens to be heard. At this time, citizens who have filled out the registration form prior to the start of the meeting may speak on any topic they wish to bring to the attention of the governing board, so as long as the topic is not on the agenda for this meeting.
Mr. Chair, nobody has signed up.
Nobody has signed up. Okay. Then, good deal. So, can I hear a motion for adjournments?
Motion to adjourn,
Motion to do, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
You can tell it's been a little while. So this is concluded, Planning and Zoning Commission at 6:24, July 15th. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Okay.